Good day, everyone. I am Maria Catherine Arca from Central Mindanao University, Philippines. In behalf of my co-author, I am here to present our paper entitled Assessment of Water Supply System in a Remote and Geographically Disadvantaged Area in Bukidnon. Water is a very vital element for humans and their welfare. It has been one of the most crucial factors in human development. The Philippines still confronts severe challenges regarding water quality, accessibility, water shortage, and temporal distribution despite the ampleness and wide variety of its water resources. As the population rises, the water demand also increases, resulting in an inadequate water supply. To ensure the availability of domestic water in the community, an assessment of the water system is necessary. Bukang Liwayway is among the places in the Philippines that face problem with their water system. It is a geographically isolated and disadvantaged area in Kibawe, Bukidnon with a 9 out of 10 poverty ratio. Currently, the community water supply is insufficient to meet the demands of the population in the service area. Hence, the researchers evaluated the water sources and conducted a technical assessment of the existing water system, including the main pipeline and distribution pipe network and the reservoirs. This study focused on gathering essential technical information on the water supply system in Bukang Liwayway, which serve as baseline to design a functional and sustainable water supply distribution system. In the study, there were a total of 179 respondents in the survey conducted by our team. According to the survey, 94% of respondents get their major source of income from farming, while only 6% get it from other sources. 75% of households have 4 individuals, while 25% have 5 or more. Respondents were asked about their houses' locations and distances from key water sources. The survey found that 52% lived within a 30-meter radius of the water sources, while 48% lived further away. When it comes to type of water system, 81% of respondents collect or fetch water from a common faucet, 11% from private faucet, and 5% from community hand pumps. And in response to the query about the main water supply, 92% of their water comes from springs, both public and private. It can be seen that 48% of the respondents are practicing rainwater harvesting during rainy season, while for the use of chlorine, only 14% of the respondents treat their water before consumption. When asked about the type of fecal disposal in their homes, 71% said they use a poor flush type toilet, and 22% said they use an antipolo type toilet, while 7% said they don't have a toilet at all. Regarding the question about water-related illnesses, amoebiasis was experienced by 55% of those surveyed, and it is most common in Puruks 1 and 2. For the question about water appearance, 75% of the respondents said they frequently got clear water from the spring, And in terms of water peak hour usage, 68% of respondents indicate their most water-intensive hours are 5 to 6 a.m. or 4 to 7 a.m., and 25% say 6 to 7 a.m., and 7% mention midday. Along with site survey, our team also conducted site investigation in the study area. Currently, only 2 spring sources feed the barangay's service area out of the 3 water sources. Spring 1 has an average discharge capacity of 0.434 liters per second, whereas Spring Source 2 has an average discharge capacity of 0.725 liters per second, and the community water level of service is level 2. Also, they have 2 rectangular concrete reservoirs. However, only reservoir number 2 is operational due to extensive damage to the water lines that serve reservoir number 1. In the community, there are 3 existing banga reservoirs. Although only one is operational, located near the elementary school compound, but this reservoir is not shared with other residents because it is supplied by a private source. As per site investigation, we found that there were pipes that were intentionally cut by some residents to divert the water supply to their houses and to their rice fields. Some pipes were heavily damaged during the rehabilitation and construction of the provincial and barangay roads. There were worn out and leaking pipe connections, which resulted to the loss of water. These main pipelines connecting the springs and reservoir traverse through farmland and roadways. Most of these pipelines were not buried during the construction and laying that resulted to pipe damage due to human activities in their farm and pipe deterioration as a result of prolonged exposure to various weather conditions. After conducting the site survey and investigation, determination of the average day demand and maximum day demand were carried out. Table displays the average day demand of 20.83 gallons per minute with a maximum daily demand of 27.08 gallons per minute. The computed ADD and MDD was based on the typical domestic needs of water of 50 gallons per capita per day. Finally, table shows the spring capacity versus the average daily demand. It can be seen that during dry season, the average daily demand is 20.83 gallons per minute, while the combined average water discharge of the 3 spring sources is only 15.52 gallons per minute, which means that there is water shortage during dry season. Based on the assessment conducted, the following conclusions and recommendations were made. First, the water supply system in the Bukang Liwayway is very poor. Hydraulic structures such as intake boxes, reservoirs, and community tubs exist. However, not all of them are operational. The water system in the barangay is prone to contamination. Aside from the deterioration and exposure of the pipelines to the ground, 29% of the households in the community have unsanitary fecal disposal. Third, there is no proper network distribution in the barangay. The deterioration of the existing water pipelines worsen the inadequacy of supply of water demand to the populace in the service area. And fourth, there is no existing water system management program in the community. And for the recommendation, it is recommended that Bukang Liwayway water supply system be rehabilitated in order to improve its level of service. It is also recommended to regulate water distribution during the months that the spring sources cannot supply the required water demand. And finally, the team recommends to explore other water sources for the community. Thank you for your attention, and once again, good day.